Dame Gespada. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I should do better this in English because of my Russian is not mature enough to be for such an important moment here with you. I want to introduce you to the fact that later this year in September for the Crocus Fair there is a demonstration I do in cooperation with a Crocus Fair and specially organized by the NICOLE School. The NICOLE School, the famous school in the middle of Moscow, which I am instructor for several years now, and so I am entitled to do this demonstration on stage at Crocus. So I want to introduce you to one of the kind of works I do, not on the demonstration only, but one of the directions I am sharing with you is a very constructive work in a very natural material way and pure organic. So I just want to show you a short clip of how all this will be done and talk a bit about the segments of this work and also to speak a bit about the proportions and the focals and the important technical steps. So that is what I will use my time for. At the end it will be very flower dominated, so I have some interesting plant material here, but all from our zones, not from the tropical rainforest and not from very foreign countries. So it should be more from the garden to your stage. So for the beginning I want to tell you a bit about the fixing of the whole structure on only that one point. This is a clamp of 25 wires which are on top of the top of the bottle, and it will be clamped and will be woven so that all that weight here at the end should be straight standing on the bottle. And I created some elements like this helmet type of structure with bamboo leaves, so that I have also some concentrated botanical forms. The flowers I have are not very huge, they are more single individual flowers, but if I group them, then we have a nice harmony of straight forms, of round forms, and of zviženia, of movements. So that's what I actually want to bring together in the short time here. So I place now some tubes, and sure, I need to fill them with water. The tubes are simple plastic tubes, but they are covered with spagat, with the rope. So that is a good way to hide the very strong presence of maybe shiny glass tubes or what. So this is going a little more backwards, that we show very much technical elements in the designs and become more natural again. So I fix a few of the tubes in different areas, also in different angles, that some flowers have a parallel position and some flowers have an overlapping position. On stage in Crocus I want to show an absolutely different type of work. It's I would really see a target of building of elements and then later in going into a more vegetative look. So it will be an interesting combination of a decorative and a vegetative look. So let's see, is this a tendency? Does it pick up a bit of the internationally very famous garden style, or is it a new version? But we should look out for what at the end of the day will be the result of this demonstration. For the first I want to place some bigger flowers and some bigger elements, fresh elements beside the dry structure. But you will see at the end that the color of the flowers, that they will take over and become very important. So for now I bring in some color, which at the end is very important to create some focal points, some focals. And especially on stage you will hear me all the time speaking about the design facts and sharing many ideas with you. So my focus is also not to show only a few pieces, so that I want to really show and share with you a lot of useful ideas for your daily work. If you are a florist, if you are a teacher, if you are an instructor, if you are a stylist, if you are a servant in the green profession, whatever you do, I try to think of many of your identities in the green industry. So now let's bring in some flowers with a bit of a movement. So, and then we have actually done the most of the structural, also the lines and the structural statements in this design. And it's good to have the bigger tubes for this bigger stemmed flowers, that they all find water and can last and live for a longer time in this arrangement. We're all building the structure of this design and bringing in some color and lines. That is now for the finishing touches, and we see a lot of depth. We see a suitable width and a very long design. So that's what we always do at the school when we speak about the substance, what we are sharing with students, like the theory of design, but also about the utility. What are we using these arrangements for? So this will be all a subject of our presentation at September in the Crocus Fair. And yes, please come.